So welcome back to the channel. So on this episode, we're headed to Car Takeover kickoff party in Kansas City for the third weekend in a row of racing, which for me is pretty good. I don't get out to get racing a whole lot, so 3 weekends in a row is a lot. Also, we're going to be building the Ford F100 twin turbo kit. So we're going to be using mirror image precision turbos. I'm going to be building the turbo manifolds, the cold side, the whole deal. So stick around. You're watching the Vasco Speed Performance YouTube channel. Okay, so we pretty much have the parts of our charge pipe, so I think this will actually work pretty well. So I went ahead and cleaned up the cut a little bit on it. I'm still gonna have to weld this inside edge, which isn't a huge deal. They already welded the outside. I put this piece on here so the silicone coupler will grab onto it. It might be a little long, so I might have to trim it down. Once it does, I'll put a bead roll on it, so that'll clean that up. And then it's about 9 inches from here to the bottom piece, so this will get welded like this. And then, then we'll weld this piece to the other piece. So we'll get to doing some fabrication. Okay, so I figured I'd show you guys this because I was kind of excited. I've wanted a winch for a long time, but, you know, winches are not cheap and they're kind of a, you know, a necessity when you need them. But this is a Badland winch, and it's got the synthetic rope. It's from Harbor Freight, and I went ahead and got it with these handles on it because I want to repurpose this winch to a lift. So if we ever have a car in the shop that we can't get on the lift, we will hook this up to it and it'll pull the car on the lift for us. But in the meantime, I wanted to make it adaptable, so I bought this trailer hitch thing. So it has a receiver and it slides into here. So if you don't want the winch on the trailer, you just unhook it and you pull the winch out and you're good to go. We went ahead and put a battery up here. It's got a switch to shut it off. So yeah, pretty exciting. Comes with a wireless remote. So we used it today. It worked pretty good. It's pretty tight. The truck's pretty wide, and that's about the same on both sides. So, but we're excited to show this thing off tomorrow. Okay, we had a busy day today, so we installed a winch on the trailer, and we got the F100 all loaded up. So we're ready for the Streetcar Takeover Kansas City tomorrow. So we're heading out to Flying H drag strip. So we hope we see everybody out there. We are bringing the F100. Since the F100 is on the trailer, that means the Camaro has to be driven, which isn't a big deal because it's a street car. So yeah, we will be racing it in the streetcar class. So we will see you all tomorrow morning. Okay, so we're at the Streetcar Takeover kickoff party here in Kansas City. We're outside of Kansas City, actually in Odessa at the Flying H drag strip. So we have the F100 build that we've been doing, and we brought the Camaro out. We're going to be racing the Camaro in the streetcar class, but we wanted to show off everything we've done to the F100, so let's take a look at what we've done. Okay, so this is a Gen 3 Illuminator Coyote engine, and then we custom built headers for it, and it is rocking twin mirror image precision turbos. We also have two air-to-air intercoolers. There's one right here, and there is another one right here, and then the charge pipe comes down over, through, and up into the engine. If you follow the channel, we've actually had the cab and everything off of the truck. So it's got QA1 suspension in the front, and it's got QA1 suspension in the back. We're still waiting on the rear end from Strange to show up. It didn't get here in time. Once we get the rear end, then we'll measure for the drive shaft and get that knocked out. But we've been trying to keep the interior as stock as possible. So we put a I Did It steering column in it and a T56 Magnum. So it's also got Dakota Digital dash. But yeah, starting to come along. Okay, so this is my 1999 Camaro SS. I've had this thing since 2003. It was my high school graduation gift from my parents. Over the years it's changed, so it's got a 5.3 turbo, 85 millimeter turbo run on E85 with a trans brake and a turbo 400. We are gonna be racing it in the streetcar class. It is a streetcar. We literally drove it here. So hopefully everything goes well today, and we'll...
Who drove it here?
Well, Shelby drove it here. So
Shelby?
Shelby's my wife. So let's turn this around so you guys can see Shelby. This is Shelby. So yeah, that's how much of a streetcar is. If your wife can drive it, it's a streetcar. Okay, Zach, this is going to be your first outing, right?
First outing
with the new
prep.
With some prep. Okay.
Some power in the car.
Okay. So you got a just an ADB tune-up setup in it?
Hopefully, I don't know. I'm just winging it.
Okay. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
We'll be here to watch.
I'm ready to get this first one out of the way.
Okay. thinking right now?
It's hot.
It's hot.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a good analysis. Well, good luck. We love you. Drive safe. What do you think right now, Scotty?
It's gonna go A to B. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm a big dumb animal, folks. 87.9.
Okay, so we're here for day 2 at Car Takeover. So yesterday we ended up making 2 qualifying passes. We went a 9.0 on the first pass, and the second pass we ended up running a 960. So we're gonna do one more test pass, I believe, today. I think there's a street cruise, and then get into the elimination side of stuff. So it's gonna be a busy day. Yesterday was an amazing day for weather and racing. We had a lot of fun, so we're excited to get going on today. So let's see how the day does. Okay, so we made 2 qualifying passes yesterday, opted not to take one today. So we are in the Street Racer Daily class, so we are up in the staging lanes for round 1 of eliminations. So we will see how it goes. as you noticed, the old Camaro broke. So I think it's the rear end. I'm pretty sure it's the rear end, but we're gonna tear it apart and make sure it's the rear end. So let's get to taking this thing apart. So we didn't have necessarily a good sign because there was a puddle of rear end grease underneath this thing, so I had to clean it up. But we'll see if we get any trinkets out of this thing. But I have a feeling we're gonna find what was the problem. This bolt up here is not even tight. Finger tight. So far, we're not looking too great. Good. Well, there's the carnage. Like we thought, the pinion just said, I'm out. So I will get my gloves and I will get some of this crap out of there. Big old chunk.
So what's next for the Camaro then?
Well, what we'll probably have to do is get a set of gears for it, because clearly these ones are done. So that'll probably be the next thing. We'll order a set of ring and pinion gears. And this is actually a Detroit True Track. So it's been in there for as long as I can remember, ever since we put the 12 bolt in it. So there's a good possibility I might just put a spool in it, just because it's, at this point, it's just a drag car. So
I want to see some of those chunks.
you want to see some of those chunks? Huh? There's a big one. There. Now, I will say, the car was making a noise. Ever since I put the full exhaust on, it had been making a noise, and I thought, well, is it just because it's quieter now, or is it there's something wrong? So I was messing with pinion angle, and I was up at I-29, I was messing with pinion angle and doing some stuff, and the noise wasn't getting any better, and I thought, well, it's probably the rear end gears. So I kind of had a speculation that this would happen, so it's not like it was like the end of the world, but I'm glad that it didn't lock up or do something stupid and send me into the wall. So, you know, but
Yeah, this is a minor fix.
yeah, so in the grand scheme of things, this is probably the best thing that could have happened. I mean, other than a drive shaft, but the drive shaft would have, you know, destroyed a bunch of stuff. But yeah, so, I mean, they're not built forever, and when you beat on them, and that's all I do with this car is beat on it, it's bound to happen eventually, so. Okay, so it is Sunday, and yeah, last night was a heck of a night. So as you saw in the video, I'm pretty sure the rear end blew up on the Camaro about halfway down the track. So yeah, we were going along and it started getting pretty noisy, and then I just felt it explode. And honestly, I didn't know if it was the engine, the transmission, I didn't know what it was. So got over as quick as possible. As soon as I got over, crawled underneath it, didn't see any fluids, so it was dry. That was great. Didn't oil down the track. The track came and helped me get off with the four-wheeler, and then we ended up towing the Camaro home last night. But yeah, appreciate everybody reaching out to me, make sure everything was good. Also, I wanted to say thank you to everybody that came out to Street Car Takeover, stopped by the booth, said hi, bought merch. It really was awesome turnout, awesome event. So can't wait for the next one. I think they're doing another one in October, so hopefully we can make it out to that one. But yeah, great time. Now it's just time to fix the Camaro, get out going again. But yeah, appreciate everybody for stopping by the channel. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.